Hey guys, this is Haley from oneonrabbits.com, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking about how to groom an aggressive rabbit. Now, if you guys have been following me for a while and know about my personal rabbits, you will know that Ebony has always struggled with aggression. However, I don't really like to use that term just because it's often misunderstood, but that's what the general public would probably call it if they walked up to Ebony on the street. She wouldn't be on the street. If they walked into my room and Ebony came up to them, they would most likely claim her as an aggressive rabbit. Now, I believe aggression is all stemmed from fear. It's a response from fear, specifically in prey animals, fight or flight, and Ebony chooses to fight. Whereas Sterling, when he encounters fear, he chooses to flee. I guess you could say. So fight or flight. So Sterling likes to run away, whereas Ebony likes to confront the problem. Now, it's very possible that Ebony was abused in her past. I got her at 1.5 years old, and she was extremely aggressive from the time I brought her home, which is one of the reasons I kept her, because I was afraid she would not be able to be adopted. If you don't know her story, I wasn't planning on keeping her. Someone was going to throw her outside unless I took her, so I took her and I was going to rehome her, but ended up keeping her. Anyways, that was years ago. She's now 9 years old. I've had her for years. But yeah, most likely she was abused or not treated properly. Somehow she associated humans with negative things, and she has always been very aggressive towards humans. Now, she's fairly okay with me. However, she's also kind of okay with my dad, but anyone else who steps foot in my room, if they try to interact with her at all, they will get attacked. So with that being said, I don't talk a lot about this on my channel because for a long time, I was worried that people, would start making assumptions or would say really nasty things about Ebony, and I always wanted to keep Ebony's, I don't know why, I just wanted her appearance to look good online, I guess you could say. I didn't want people thinking she was a bad rabbit or anything, but I guess it's come to my attention that, Ebony is not the only rabbit out there who struggles with fear-based aggression. And a lot of people, there are things that you can do to, hopefully help that. The best thing I've ever done for Ebony is bond her to Sterling. It dramatically decreased her aggression. You used to not be able to even walk in the same room as her without her full-on trying to attack you. Bonding her with Sterling has completely eliminated that. Now she just doesn't like you to touch her. So she's fine with you as long as you don't touch her or try to go near her. But you can walk in her area, you can change her water, you can give her food, all of that, and she's completely fine. So there is things that, you can do to help aggressive rabbits, and bonding her to Sterling was the greatest thing I ever did. We have tried a supplement called Rescue Remedy to help with aggression. I thought it worked for a little bit. It helps decrease anxiety, but then I just feel like it didn't really work anymore. I personally don't feel the need to put her on any sort of anxiety medication. There are some rabbits who are able to have those. But for me personally, I feel like the best thing I can do as an owner is to just mitigate it, if that makes sense. So basically, I just know how to act around her so as not to upset her. However, with all of that being said, grooming is the one thing she does not tolerate. Like I said, for the most part, I try not to touch her, I try not to mess with her, and that really works great. But when you need to groom her, so basically the reason her owners gave her to me was she would attack them very viciously when they groomed her. She would attack them at other times as well. But the main reason I was given Ebony at that point in time was she attacked their daughter while trying to brush her. Grooming has always been bad for Ebony. She's always hated it. So I try to never really groom Ebony unless she really needs it. She's towards the end of her molt right now, so I am just gonna do a very quick grooming session, but I thought I would film it for you guys and kind of show you how I deal with it. honestly, the main way I deal with it is by avoiding her attacking me. Yeah, that is what I'm gonna show you. If you've seen my other grooming video that I just posted recently, you'll see Sterling. He's the sweetest rabbit. When you groom him, he just sits there and he does whatever. Ebony is definitely the worst rabbit I've ever had to groom. But if you guys also have an aggressive rabbit and have to groom them, I kind of just wanted to show the process and be open about it, even though I'm afraid of backlash. I don't know why people would be upset with me rescuing a rabbit that has behavioral problems, but I think some people assume that like all rabbits are this picture perfect sweet rabbit who can be held and cuddled, which I have no idea where that stereotype came from, because rabbits literally hate being held, hate being lifted off the ground. It's against their like instincts to ever be picked up. So I don't know where that came from, but anyways, I'm gonna go get Ebony and show you how I groom her. Okay, so here's Ebony. She's actually not that hard to catch, surprisingly. Sterling's actually way harder to catch and pick up than Ebony, so I didn't really show that part, but let's get the camera situated. Honestly, it does depend on the time I groom her. Sometimes she's more aggressive than others. So I'm just gonna show you all of it. She actually does need her nails trimmed as well, which is very unfortunate. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get started. I am going to start with this brush. Well, maybe I'll just start by plucking. I don't know if you're gonna be able to hear her, but she grunts and tries to attack basically anytime I try to groom her. Okay. And I'm not doing anything to hurt her or be rough or anything. This is just how she is. I know. You sound like one of those weird children's toys. Ooh. She tries to bite me constantly. Okay, so now I'm gonna try and groom her with a brush. I try to keep one hand like over her head. Sometimes I actually even cover her eyes with a towel so that it tries to calm her down. But the last couple of times I tried that, it didn't work as well as it used to. So I'm just going to try and hold her with my hand. I'm being very gentle. She could definitely run away if she needs to. You're okay. So grooming is definitely very stressful on her, which is why I try to only do it in, you know, serious situations. Like I don't do it as often as other rabbits. Yeah. Come here. You're okay. Oh. The main key here is to dodge the bites. That's really the only advice I can give you, and it doesn't always work. Okay, I'm gonna try and go through with this brush now. She also hates cats, and Lincoln is staring at her, which does not help. Sometimes I lock him in another room. Oh, I know. Lincoln, get away. Lincoln, get down. Lincoln loves rabbit fur, like playing with this, so he loves it when I groom him. You're stinky. See, sometimes she sits for like good periods of time, but then she like explodes. Probably not gonna do too much just because of how upset she is. Typically on a normal rabbit, I would try to get a lot more off. All right, so that's kind of how I brush her. I'm gonna try and go ahead and clip her nails. Also, a quick note, if you guys are wondering why you've actually like not really seen this behavior a ton in videos, it's called the power of editing. Honestly, for years, I've actually cut out a lot of the times that she has gone after me on camera, just because I don't want to deal with people who are idiots and don't know about rescue rabbits and behavioral problems. So that's a lot of the reason. Like I would normally just show, like if I have her like this and she's being really good, I would show this part in the video and I would cut out before she would like try to attack me, basically. So yeah, anyways, now we're gonna cut nails. I use my flashlight on my phone. I find it the best thing. And basically put it underneath her nails and try to cut. I just hold her as tight as I can to avoid her biting me, and go as quickly as possible. She's actually doing fairly well. Oh, trying to get her dew claw, which isn't even that long, so I don't know. I'm just barely gonna cut it. All right, so that was her front foot. We're gonna try her other front foot. This side is harder because I'm right-handed. All right, whew. Try not to black out here. My heart rate's really bad today. Okay, there's also a cat on the counter, which she's gonna not like. So we're gonna do her back feet now. The goal is to avoid the head, which is where the bites come from. Ooh, that was close. Actually, another thing that I've also tried is like wrapping her up. You know, some people say that tight things like thunder shirts and like towels can like calm an animal down. I've also tried all of that with her, and to be honest, it's just more of a stressful experience for her personally. So I don't actually utilize those tools because they don't work with her. But those are all things that you could try, you know. I honestly think she's also getting arthritis in her toes because of her age, so I wouldn't be surprised if this is painful. That's what happened with Lulu. Okay, we're not gonna clip that one. All right, this last foot, because I'm right-handed, I'm gonna try to hold her this way to do it. This hair is driving me crazy, which this is difficult to do. Yeah, it's hard to hold it still. Her back nails actually didn't grow that much. Okay, I'm also gonna check her hocks, which at her age, she could have some sore hocks, but actually she doesn't, which is good. We're also gonna check her scent glands, which that one has a little bit. Okay, so we are gonna clean those real fast. I just need to grab some Q-tips and then some cotton pads. And then we're also gonna grab some water. So if you're wondering why I say this is all fear-based versus, you know, aggression, firstly, just because she is a prey animal, I believe most aggression is a form of defense out of fear. But secondly, you can also tell by her body language. So when she's standing here, you can see her ears are very alert. Her eyes are very wide. Wide eyes is a sign of fear. So those are she's also in a very alert position. So these are all very good indicators that this is a fear response. So yeah, anyways, let's go ahead and just quickly, her scent glands are pretty good, but because she's older, so some people ask me like how to know if you should clean your rabbit scent glands. Honestly, if they're nice and moist, I know that sounds weird, you're probably okay as long as there's not a ton of discharge in it. But with elderly rabbits, rabbits who are overweight, and rabbits who have crusted scent glands, all of those need to be cleaned. Because overweight and elderly rabbits have difficulty cleaning themselves, which is why you should clean them. And then rabbits who have crusted discharge in their scent glands means they're not taking care of it themselves and you need to help them out. So It's not bad though to clean them even if it's moist or whatever. So Ebony is actually not that bad. I think I had recently checked hers or something within the last couple months. So hers aren't super bad. So that was one. Now we're just gonna go ahead and do the other real fast. Surprisingly, I have not drawn blood yet. I actually tend to get bitten at least once while grooming her. This one is a little bit worse. If you want to see how to clean scent glands, I do have a whole video on that. I'll have it linked in the iCard. So that's basically it. That's how I groom her. I honestly don't even know if this video was helpful. I think the main reason I wanted to post it is just to show that not all rabbits are these perfect Instagram models who have no aggression and don't care about being touched. Some rabbits are rescued rabbits who came from very bad situations, and you know, they don't always recover from that. Rabbits do not need human interaction to survive. They need rabbit interaction. So because she loves Sterling so much, she snuggles with him, she kisses him, she loves him, I have no guarantee, I have no doubt in my mind that she loves her life, she loves everything about it. She just hates being groomed and she isn't a huge fan of people. Is that really a big deal? No. But humans tend to take it very personally when rabbits don't like them. And I just want to show you that you can have a rabbit who doesn't love you, and that's okay. Rabbits don't need to love you. Obviously, it is nice to have rabbits who let you pet them, interact with them. But for me, I have Sterling, and Sterling does interact with me and he's fine with me, whereas he loves Ebony, Ebony loves him, and I don't need to have this super touchy-feely relationship with Ebony to still love her and still care for her and still really enjoy her. So anyways, yeah, I hope that was helpful. But yeah, that's what a grunty rabbit sounds like. There it is. I knew it was gonna happen. But yeah, sometimes you get bit, and that's okay. But I can tell she's trying really hard not to hurt me. Like, it's not an aggressive thing. Because rabbits, when they are mad, especially like if you're bonding rabbits, you will see that rabbits can actually injure and even kill another rabbit. They can be quite aggressive. So the fact that she didn't break skin, I can tell it's more of like a warning and being like, hey, I don't like that. So yeah, that's kind of, I don't know, some information. I hope that helps, but I'm gonna go ahead and put her back now. Even though there's a lot more hair I could get off of her, I just don't wanna, you know, keep her out here and stress her out too much. But yeah, I don't have a ton of advice to offer except, you know, if you really can't do something, take them to the vet. Ebony is a complete angel at the vet. The vets are like, oh, she's the sweetest rabbit, and she'll like cuddle up to them because she's so terrified. So if you don't know, it's fight, flight, or freeze. So those are the 3 fear responses. Fight and flight is most common, but there also is a freeze response, which Ebony gets the freeze response when she's in severe stress, such as being at the vet. The sun just went away, but so yeah, they always think she's this perfect little angel at the vet. Because she's pretty stressed out there, but she isn't like that at home. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm gonna go put her back. But yeah, like, she's actually like not a bad rabbit to hold. Like, Sterling will scratch you and go crazy, where she like literally just sits here. She's like, I don't know why she doesn't like freak out as much when being held. So yeah, every rabbit's different, but I'll be right back. Okay, so that's basically it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I know this is very different and something I don't talk about a lot. But if you guys were interested in seeing any more information about, you know, rabbits who don't have perfect behavior, let me know. I do have quite a bit of experience with it, about 8 years to be exact. But yeah, I think it's just really important to show people that specifically with rescue rabbits, there are rabbits who don't have very good behavior. And when I say rescue rabbits, I mean like rabbits who come from bad situations. Obviously there's a lot of rescue rabbits out there who, the majority of rescue rabbits are like perfectly fine and, you know, are great. Not that Ebony's not great. Oh my goodness, this sounds awful. But what I'm saying is, thankfully, a lot of rabbits, even if they were abused, you know, tend to be very well behaved and very nice and very sweet. But there are some rabbits out there who do have, you know, quite a bit of territorial aggression. So anyways, I hope this video was helpful and helped any one of you guys out there who do have rabbits who are not people rabbits. They don't like people, they don't want you around, they don't want you touching them. You know, I think a lot of people could take that personally and be like, oh, my rabbit doesn't love me, like this is so difficult, this is so hard. I'm really thankful that, like, for some reason, I haven't ever really taken it personally. I've just kind of accepted that. So yeah, I've never, oh my goodness, I have rabbit hair in the back of my throat. Okay, yeah, so I've never really struggled with taking it personally. I think I just realized that, you know, she, for some reason, did not have a great experience with humans at some point in her life, and unfortunately, she was never able to get over it, and that's okay. I'm grateful that I was able to give her a home where she doesn't need to interact with humans, and she can do what she wants, and she can have a great life, and she can have a great friend in Sterling. And yeah, it's just all about how I interact with her and communicate with her. Obviously, grooming is the one time I'm not able to mitigate that behavior because she hates it and there's no way around it. So when I'm not grooming her, I really try to never touch her or anything like that. Just because I know she doesn't like it. So that actually helps our relationship a lot. And she'll even come up to me, she'll put her paws on me, so sometimes even jump on my legs. She's not necessarily like afraid of me, she just doesn't want to be pet. She does not want to be touched. And I respect that, and she respects me if I respect that. So anyways, I don't know if this video was helpful. I feel like it's 20-30 minutes long at this point, so I'm gonna go. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys soon on a new video. Bye.